Self-care shouldn't be in any way, shape, or form stressful. It should always be de-stressful and allow you to decompress. This is going to be a mental health day for me. I want to talk about some of the things that help me pull myself out of ruts when I'm having a really terrible day and I feel like nothing can go right and everything's going wrong and just life sucks and all the things. Life is going to be the longest thing you go through, so you better go through it happy, but man, does it fly by. And I say happy the majority of the time. We are allowed to have our own emotions, our own feelings, and let that out and cry, scream, all the things. And I bet you the majority of people haven't just screamed at the top of their lungs and let that energy out. And if you can go to a space, and I do this once in a blue moon when I know people aren't around or in my house, I'll close the door, my bedroom door, and I'll just scream. And that energy release immediately makes me feel better. But other things that I do for my mental health, because the last couple of months have been really hard waiting to find out where we're going to move. And the question is, have I been there before? Would I know anybody? Even things like, where am I going to live? Where am I going to grocery shop? All of those things. And that can be very overwhelming to somebody who's a planner like myself. So when I notice that spiraling for myself, I do my best to focus on things that I do have control over. And I practice those things. So for instance, I knew that we should improve our front yard through planting flowers just to enhance a bit of the curb appeal for when we do list it for sale. And putting your hands in soil, there's something about it. And again, there's research to back this, but it does make you feel better. It makes me feel better. And again, I have control over it. And these flowers are nothing special. They're tiny little impatiens. I don't know. They're spelt different than impatience, but a lot of people say impatience. But they bloom spring, summer, and fall, and they're like $1 a piece. And as long as you water them and you keep them in partial shade, they explode. And it really brings some color and some life to the front of our house, which we've kind of ignored for a while, to be honest with you. But that's something that I focus on. I play in the yard. And today is my self-care day. I got up, I washed my face, I did my face routine, my skin routine, I put sunscreen on, I did all those things. And then I went to the barn and I did an obstacle course with my horse. I've never done that before. And there were a lot of learning moments for both me and him, some things that we need to practice, but there was no pressure. It was just him and I in the arena and focusing on the task at hand and taking it step by step. And when you focus on things that you have control over, don't feel like you have to accomplish all of those things that you can accomplish that are within your control all at once. Pick one or two or even maybe three things if you feel so inclined and work through those things bit by bit. Self-care shouldn't be in any way, shape, or form stressful. It should always be de-stressful and allow you to decompress and things of that sort. So another thing that I have in my control is I could clean my house. At this moment, I don't really want to clean my house. I want to play with dirt and flowers in the yard. But it's something that I do want to do because it makes me feel better. So even if I just unload the dishwasher, because that's what I feel like I have energy for after planting 36 flowers, then that's just what I'm going to do. And if I don't feel like doing it, then I'll do it tomorrow. It's okay. Luckily, I don't have a boss at my house, minus my spouse sometimes, to say you must do this and you need to get it done. So I think other things besides just focusing on what you have control over is, and I know it sounds silly, I totally thought this was the silliest thing for the longest time, but to just sit and take really big breaths in and really big breaths out. And you can count, I think there's all different kinds of counting methods or whatever. I think it's 4 seconds in and 5 seconds out or 6 seconds out or something like that. That I have found really helps me. So even if you just want to sit in silence, if you can do that and just take those seconds for yourself. As somebody who unfortunately has lost 2 people very close to me in my family due to mental health, I do my best to take this seriously now for myself. I'm somebody who's very emotional and I can easily get depressed when I feel like so many things are piling up. And I go back to square one, I do like a reset, and I say, what's one thing that I could do to make myself feel better? Just one thing. What can I do? What do I have control over? To do one thing. And I said, that might be as simple as just washing your face in the morning. But that was a little spider. Gross. But enough playing in the dirt. I should probably plant these things. Other things that I would do is maybe I need some more dental floss or something. Of course, I could order that on Amazon, a big pack of it, but maybe just getting out of the house and driving to your nearest CVS or Walgreens or grocery store to grab some dental floss, you accomplished something. And you also picked up something that you need. And that's something you have control over, or even walking to the store. Some people don't have cars because they live in a place where they don't need one, and that's fine. Or they're working towards the goal of owning one. It's okay. Whatever self-care looks like to you and taking a mental health day looks like for you, make it your own. I love plants. I love to put my fingers in soil. I love to play. I joked the other day, I was like, man, I should really be a florist, but I cannot put a bundle of flowers. There's a grubworm. Did you grubworm? Oops. He's here. Let me put you back in the soil, buddy. So focusing on things that you have control over, doing some self-care. Like I said, even if it's as simple as going to the store and picking up dental floss. Or if you like to listen to music, a lot of times just listening to music can really calm you down. Listen to your favorite song. Sit on your bed or lay on your bed or the couch and just close your eyes and picture being in your favorite place, or think about your favorite memory or place you traveled to. If it was the beach, then turn on some music that sounds like waves and put a face mask on your face, close your eyes, or make your favorite cocktail or mocktail and enjoy that moment and relive that moment again. There's nothing that says you can't relive that. And it's a lot less expensive if you just sit on your couch and do it that way. I do that sometimes, especially when I wish I was in France or Italy again or wherever have you. I'll put on Italian music, or I'll put on some lovey-dovey French music and think about being in a vineyard somewhere and make myself a little glass of wine and cut up some cheese slices. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can if you desire it to be and that's what you want, but it's okay to do those little things, and it's good for you to do those little things, I feel. So just my 2 cents. And here's one other thing. No matter how alone you may feel, you always have help. You always do. And help is just often in the room away from you or a phone call away. The hotline I'll include in the post, but if you ever feel like you're at your wit's end and you don't want to be here anymore, somebody wants you to be here. I want you to be here because let me tell you, for some reason, people that were close to me thought that everybody they ever knew never wanted them to be there at some point in their life. And those 2 people aren't here anymore. And it breaks my heart because I know that I can't do anything now. And I know that I can't dwell on shoulda, coulda, woulda done something different. But what I can control and what I do have control over now is to voice that to as many people as I possibly can, whether I know them personally or they're an acquaintance or a part of this awesome little but impactful community that I'm trying to build. So I just wanted to say that because we're never alone. We may feel at our loneliest sometimes, but we are never, ever truly alone. We can always take an action, even as simple as dialing some numbers on a phone to be able to speak to somebody, or going to a meeting, community meeting, or meeting up with a friend or hopefully family member or just somebody who you trust and who will be there for you. And if you haven't told the people that you love lately that you love them and how much you love them, I highly suggest that you do, because so many people, I think, feel so entitled that they absolutely will wake up tomorrow. And often they don't think about it when it's like, oh, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, your insides could say, I opt out for whatever reason. You could be a perfectly healthy person. I knew a gentleman who was 42. He worked out every single day. He ate well. He was fit. He had just seen the doctors and they did all of these annual tests on him. And they were like, you're healthy. Heart rate's good. Blood work looks great. All these things. He was supposed to meet us at a conference on a Sunday and he never showed up. And we found out that he didn't wake up that morning. His heart said, I'm done. I'm done ticking. And he went to bed and never got up. So I think that taking a moment to just be appreciative of breathing and living and enjoying life. It can be hard. It can be stressful. It can wear you down sometimes. And a lot of things can go wrong. But if you have food on the table, even if sometimes it's a struggle, as long as you can eat and breathe and live, you're alive. And keep those doors open. Keep opportunities in front of you. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't achieve anything or do anything, because someday and one day, as long as you're determined and relentless and consistent, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. And who the hell is anybody else to tell you that you can't? Because they're not living in your shoes. They are not breathing through your lungs. They are not thinking through your brain. You are in control of your action and your destiny. And remember that. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and enjoy the ride of life.